Right guys, so the brand new and probably one of the flagship game modes of this new season has just released in AFK Journey today. I unfortunately would have done a video earlier, but been quite ill this week, and then weekends generally tends to be kids time, so don't have a lot of time during the day to kind of like go and make an AFK Journey video. But I wanted to talk about it, and if you would like to subscribe to the channel, that would be awesome. I've done loads and loads of AFK Journey guides, going to keep going with it. We're nearly at 2,000 subscribers, so we're doing really well, and yeah, really exciting. I'm going to talk about Duras Trials. Now, for those of you that haven't entered the season yet, you might wonder, do I get this straight away? No. Duras Trials will not be available to everyone from the very start of the season. It is something that unlocks, like a little bit like you do in the regular season. It is something that unlocks as you... So it's one of those things that unlocks the further that you progress in AFK stages. Now, to unlock Duras Trials, you need to get to AFK stage. You won't be able to see it on my screen anymore, but I think it's AFK stage 305. So once you get to AFK stage 305, that's when you're able to unlock Duras Trials. Now, AFK stage 305, I think that I was about seasonal resonance level 180-ish to kind of get past that threshold. So I unlocked it about... it's about season resonance 170 to 180. So that's kind of where most of you will expect. If you don't have like super high mythic characters, it might be like a little later for you, maybe closer to resonance 190, 200. But you need to be AFK stage 305, and then it has a timer. So I believe the season's now been out for 2 weeks. Is that correct, or 1 week? I can't quite remember when the season launched. Maybe 1 week. Either way, it was a timer, and it is only just released today. So it is essentially kicked off today for us on this server. And if you've managed to beat AFK stage 305, you'll have access to it. Now, what is Duras Trials? This is where you get one of the new commodities, magic charms. And we'll talk a little bit about the overall basics of Duras Trial here. There are two themes. There is sunrise and sunset, so you can switch between them. Sunrise, sunset. Sunrise, sunset. I love the animation. Sunrise, sunset. And essentially, there are 6 challenges on each one, and it has a certain profession attached to it. I'll get to that in a moment. But the professions are the same on each, because it's your 6 professions on your equipment slots as well. They'll open on alternate days, so you'll have sunrise one day, sunset the other day, and then on Sunday, every single floor will be open for either sunrise or sunset, and the whole cycle takes 2 weeks to get back to the beginning. So you will have 2, like you can see today, 2 available if it isn't a Sunday. If it's a Sunday, all 6 will be available, but otherwise the other ones will cycle through every 2 days. In these trials, you'll notice I've only done one of them so far, and so I'm going to do some more. There are multiple floors. I believe it goes all the way up to 20. And you have to complete up to 20 floors, and you'll get charm rewards for completing each of the floors. The higher floor you go, the rarer the rewards, and essentially you will get rewards for specific heroes. Now, magic charms are for specific heroes. However, these profession tags, so this is the tank one and the support one, it just means the likelihood of picking up charms for a support character or a tank character is enhanced if you're doing challenges in that trial. To actually go through a trial, you'll need to consume 1 Duras token. If you win, you'll get a large quantity of magic charms. If you fail, you actually get that Duras token returned to you. So you can't waste a resource by trying. You will get that returned to you. You will get extra Duras tokens at the midnight UTC. You receive 3 Duras tokens per day. And it says, for me, I have 3 out of 1, so I'm going to assume I could get up to 6 out of 1 and just keep going with it. I don't know if there's a cap on the amount of Duras tokens that you can actually have. After you clear the 6th, 12th, and of any 10 treasure challenges, you can then receive an additional Duras token per day. The token can be claimed the following day after clearing the floors. So you'll basically get an extra one once you complete the 6th, and an extra one once you complete the 12th, up to 5 tokens per day. In each treasure challenge, heroes gain distinct buffs, leading to significant stat boosts for them. And that's what you'll see here. There are buffed heroes, and that's why it's good to have quite a sort of varied collection. So as you can see here, like I've got Cessia boost and a Thorin boost, but there's loads of stuff here that I don't have particularly highly rated. So you use a mix of boosted and non-boosted heroes as well. The stat increases are pretty solid for them. As you can see, my Thorin is now like 65 million as a result of the stat boost, I think. So it's pretty good, and you'll notice that the arcane treasures, the focus treasure, and the raid treasures also have their own individual heroes that get stat boosted. Okay, let's go back and have a look at some more details. Magic charms, which you've seen. I'm going to show you a little bit more about magic charms once we do a couple of floors. Their respective magic charms will be available in the magic charms interface. You just equip them, you can auto-equip them, and you get bonuses for equipping magic charms of the same rarity, and basically blah 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 blah. We'll talk about magic charms after we do a couple of the levels. All heroes' magic charms with the same names have identical stats with no random affix types or values. So essentially, you're going to get the same stats. They're just going to increase, I think with the more of the rarity. Each floor of Treasure Challenge has its corresponding all clear conditions. Upon achieving all clear for the first time, you'll receive rewards and unlock sweep for that floor. The sweep function allows you to consume a specified number of Duras tokens without entering battle, directly obtaining the corresponding rewards. So essentially, once you've beaten a level, you can essentially just say, boom, I don't want to have to like go and do challenges. They are essentially saying you can beat every challenge on this level, and you can just spend your Duras tokens for for a higher chance of tokens from that particular profession. And you'll what am I trying to say here, Kinnan? And you'll just get magic charms. You'll get the rewards for those levels. So essentially, it's just like a once you've beaten it, you can just spend Duras tokens to get direct magic charms provided back to you just by spending those tokens. Sorry, I can't talk. It is like 10 o'clock at night, and I'm pretty tired. So I assume that there is an element of maybe saving up Duras tokens, so when one of the professions, the higher chance of professions opens up, and then you spend tokens to slightly increase your chances of getting magic charms for a particular character that you're after. But of course, there's a lot of RNG in for this. I actually was really lucky. I picked up 2 Rainier tokens already, but we're gonna go through and we're gonna do a couple of these. Now, you've got to know that these Duras tokens are going to be split between split between all of the floors, so you can only choose to spend them on the ones that you want to progress. You can't spend 3 here, spend 3 here. I've got to spend them between the 2. Now, for me, personally, I'd like to get some tank tokens because no, actually, I want to get some support tokens. Let's get going. Let's get some support tokens. Okay, sweep attempts. I don't know why it's telling me to sweep. I want to challenge. Can I not challenge the next one? Conditions not met. Reach AFK progress 345. All right, guys. I think I can do that because that's only like 13 levels away. What's this one? Okay, right. I'm coming back. I'm not sweeping. I'm coming back because there is a higher chance I'm going to get an extra magic charm just for doing a few extra AFK levels. So I'm going to come back to the video once I've done that. Okay. We are at 346. So we have just managed to get past the threshold for the next Duras trial. I'm just going to quickly equip. Ooh, a 230. Look at that. We're at the next threshold for Duras trial. So we can jump in and do the next one. And I am using a lot of buffed heroes in this. I still think this is like reasonable. I still think this is relatively reasonable. So, I mean, I'm using Scarlita because she's buffed, and I'm using like there's like next to no rhyme or reason what I've gone for here. I've just used the buff heroes. You don't technically have to use the buff heroes, but I thought I'd just do it. Right. Let's see if we can get through the second one with my weird Thorin, Cessia, Shakir comp. But they've got such buffed power, they just absolutely rip through it. I don't know why I needed to get to AFK stage 345 for that, because that was extremely OP. Okay, so I managed to get another Duras token in that sense. So let's go and do this one. For the first time, you don't need to have a Duras token. Okay, and I'm also using, again, a slightly weird thing here. I think I'm going to jump. I think he's sending my Valor into the backline there. And actually, she's already killed the Cessia. So yeah, we're again using the buffed heroes. It's really not that difficult. I assume this is going to get difficult the further we go. I'm assuming it's going to be a bit like Trials of Abyss, where it gets more difficult the further that we get into this. Boom, there you go. So now you can sweep, and I'm probably not going to get to AFK stage 395, and it's also locked by server season day. So I'm going to sweep once. So I'll sweep once, and I'll get a load of magic charms, and maybe do a sweep once here as well. I might save some of my Duras tokens for some of the later ones, but we'll see how that goes. So I've done a couple of sweeps, which means I've got absolutely boatloads of magic charms, and would you look at that, there is magic charms for everyone. So quick socket, you might as well quick socket at the start. It's still telling me, I don't know why it keeps telling me this is new. It's really annoying. Let's have a look. Thorin. Ooh, a double. So what have I got here? So let's have a look at these magic charms just so you're aware of what they are. HP 2%, physical and magic defense by 2%. And you can see they've all got a slot on them. So this is the left slot. HP 2%, physical magic defense by 2%, and crit resist. Now, you can recycle them, which you can see here. So you can recycle duplicate magic charms to receive free essence, which, to be honest with you, you might as well do. Getting rid of duplicate magic charms is quite nice. So this is a profit charm. Bound to Thorin, HP 7.7%, skill power 1, and I haven't obtained it yet. So that's like one of the very, very, very high tier magic charms that you can get. Have a look at Damien. We've picked up some for Damien here. We've got a couple. So we've got living unit that has the lowest HP ratio. I don't know what that means. HP 1.8%. Attack 1.1%, vitality 1.2. I don't know what living HP. Oh, I'm clicking on something else. That was just confusing. And then this one is HP and vitality. So granted, I'm not really sure that's that beneficial, but it is. Attack bonuses are nice for him. Florabelle. This is going to be pretty good. I've got another Florabelle. We have do we have a power bonus here? Set bonus not activated. So equip 3 elite or above magic charms to simultaneously affect the activate the season hero set bonus. Equip 3 elite set bonus. It's not telling me what it is to activate the season. Oh, in the first 20 seconds of battle, increase damage down by 10% if the HP ratio is above 50%, or increases 10 life drain if the HP ratio is below 50%. Okay, apply to caster and the summons. In the first 20 seconds of battle, increase damage den. Okay, that's really cool. So there's some pretty big bonuses if you can get them. We've got some Smokey and Mirky additions here, which is quite nice. There we go. We've got another Rowan one here, which is quite nice. I don't really use Rowan that much. I have now got a Mythic plus Lucius, by the way, which is actually quite interesting. I'd love to use Lucius for something. And Tandra, okay. We don't get a bonus for magic charms here. You only get a bonus for elite. Nearly getting Antandra towards Mythic plus. Yay, Muriel. Really excited about Muriel. You can see you're going to have to go through everyone at the start. You're going to get a lot. I've got some Leica ones. Great. Salazar. Love him getting magic charms. Sorry, Citrana. Kind of, I do want to level up Citrana, actually. Faye. Got 2 for Faye. Brilliant. Reese, who I think deserves a bit more love. I need to start ascending him. And yes, Atlanta tier gets another one. Yeah, love it, Atlanta. However, I have been lucky enough to get some for a couple for Rainier and stuff. So, you know, these are all going to start boosting your hero's power level overall. And that is kind of what you're going to use magic charms for the most part. So, yeah, you get into Duras Trials. You progress through the Duras Trials. You should, I think, realistically, you don't have to use all your Duras tokens right now. You can save them up. I'm going to say, I don't know what the maximum amount of Duras tokens you can get, but I'm assuming it's not capped to 3. I think you just get 3 per day. But, you know, you can save them up. You don't have to spam them. Like, once we get to here, you get, like, once we get to AFK stage 445, like, you get Charm Chest 3, and obviously it continues on and on. But essentially, I'm going to try and save up and probably spend a bit more on this. You know, you get pretty significant buffs in... the rewards that you can get once you get to the new stage. And server season day 10, server season day 12. So this is going to unlock tomorrow. And I'm only about 50 AFK stages away, which I think is not that unreasonable to try and push in the next couple of days. So I'm going to save my Dura tokens up. But I just showed you what it would look like. We're obviously going to now go to Sunrise tomorrow. So we're going to have full access to every single one tomorrow, which basically means you can choose which of the pathways you want to kind of focus on. For the first time that you do it, it doesn't require a Duras token. So there'll be lots for me to do tomorrow without the use of Duras tokens. There'll hopefully be lots for you guys to do tomorrow without the use of Duras tokens. So you'll get a good first set of rewards. You should pick up a good set of charms for a majority of your heroes, and they're pretty nice little upgrades, really big upgrades if you can get some of the really, really rare ones, and that's obviously what we're looking to go and min-max towards the end. I will do more videos on Duras charms once people start generating more of them and getting access to them. For the time being, just wanted to talk you through kind of what Duras Trials are, how to access them, and kind of what you can do with the charms once you get them. I'll start talking about more in-depth talking points about the charms. Frankly, when you go and look at, let's have a look at the charms that we've got here on Thorin. Where are the, here you go. So, God Hex Amulet. So obviously there are a lot of amulets per slot to take into account. And so there will definitely be, things to talk about when it comes to which ones to prioritize. Like this one has skill power. I actually don't even really know what skill power is. I'm going to assume it might increase the level of every skill by 1, but don't know exactly what the skill power is. This one has healing, so obviously his self-healing is going to go up. But it's got HP and attack, physical defense. So the rest of them are very similar. The HP is the same. It's a difference between healing and skill power. But then you have like ultimate strength and skill power. You have haste and vitality. So there's definitely going to be some discussion about sort of which ones are going to be the best in these particular areas. I don't know what the thumbs up means, by the way, because these look like they're all the same. They're all the same rarity. This has got like very high crit resist and physical and magic defense, which frankly speaking, that feels much more impactful than a skill power for Thorin. Like if I was thinking about Thorin, what I'd want him to do is I want him to basically sit there and tank as much damage at the front line. So a massive increase in physical and magic defense of 18%, which is like a good 3/4 of what I'm currently getting from my artifact skills. And crit resist is massive as well. Energy on hit is pretty decent, but he already generates his skill pretty quickly, so I wouldn't even think that energy on hit is that good. But these are the discussions that I'd love to have once we've kind of got more charms into the system. I might do some ways of looking at it, but there's loads and loads of very high tier charms here. Attack speed doesn't feel that relevant. HP and physical magic defense could be really good. Attack and ultimate strength. Ultimate strength could be good for PvP. So yeah, there's loads and loads of theory crafting you can do once we get to the point where we are discussing these high-end late-game charms. When it comes to, and this is what I would just say at the very start, when it comes to Magic, Elite, Epic, and Legendary, there aren't other versions. You have just one per slot. So there aren't any kind of like crazy theory crafting discussions that we can have until we start getting to the mythic charms. So Magic, whatever this one is, Epic, Legendary, I'm just going to call them blue, purple, yellow, red. Those charms they're just the same per slot. There's no duplicates to have theory crafting about. They are just the same per slot. The theory crafting comes in the form when we get to the mythic charms. So if you are worried about, oh, should I be equipping this charm? Is there a better charm that I can equip in that slot? At this point, it doesn't matter. You just slap the charm in the slot. The higher color, the better. So that's all you need to worry about at this stage of the charms journey. It's just about getting the charms, putting them in the slots, filling the slots as quickly as possible. Once we get to mythic charms, that is where theory crafting discussion will come into play. So we'll discuss that once we have access to more of these charms. And yeah, we can chat more about it then. Cheers, guys. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you soon.